It was a quiet, dimly lit Saturday evening when I finished arranging the living room. Everything was in place, soft amber lighting. The television paused on the first frame of video that would soon speak louder than any confrontation ever could, and a small velvet ring box cracked open on the coffee table. Inside it, the symbol of vows long shattered. I sat still on the couch, heart thudding in my chest like a drumbeat of dread and resolve, waiting for her to come home. For weeks, I'd known something was wrong. It was in the way she moved to the house like a guest, in the way her phone never left her side, in the coldness that slipped between our conversations. Late nights at work, the soundless silences, the clipped answers. My instincts had screamed the truth long before the evidence confirmed it. 2 days ago, the confirmation arrived. A friend of mine, who worked night security at a hotel downtown, messaged me with something he hesitated to send. A video. I watched it alone that night, barely breathing. Anna, my wife, and a man I didn't recognize. They were laughing together, holding hands, their bodies so casually familiar. The timestamp said it all. The same night she had looked me in the eye and told me she was staying late at the office. The camera caught them checking into a room, without hesitation. I didn't stop at that footage. I pulled clips from our home security system. Nights she claimed to be working, conversations she whispered outside our door, her demeanor when she came back late smelling of someone else's cologne. I strung it all together into a painful cinematic collage of betrayal, spliced with every lie she thought I'd swallowed. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just watched it again and again until the numbness settled deep into my bones. So tonight, I sat in the shadows, facing the screen, the ring box open like a wound. I heard her keys in the door. The familiar jingle struck me differently now, less like home, more like an alarm. She stepped inside with a smile, feigning normalcy, her purse swinging off her shoulder. But the smile froze when her eyes met the screen. It was paused on an image of her kissing the man in the hotel lobby, a freeze frame of deceit. Her gaze snapped from the screen to me, then down to the open box on the table. Her voice wavered, already shaken before I said a word. "What is this?" I didn't answer. I simply picked up the remote and pressed play. The room filled with her laughter, light and carefree, but not mine to hold anymore. Her voice, her touch, her warmth, given to someone else. Her arms wrapped around him the way they hadn't wrapped around me in months. The way she kissed him, the way she joked about being so done with her husband. I didn't watch the video. I watched her. I wanted to see her world unravel in real time. She stepped back, eyes wide, mouth trembling. "No, this isn't what it looks like," she gasped. This can't be." Her hands reached instinctively toward the box, as though the broken ring might undo what she'd done. She had left her wedding ring on the bathroom counter weeks ago. I'd taken it, snapped it in half, and placed both pieces carefully inside the box. A clean symbol of something once whole. She opened it fully now and dropped to her knees like her legs had simply given out. She didn't cry at first, just knelt there, paralyzed, her eyes glassy with disbelief, her mouth hanging open like words might save her, but none came. I stood slowly, walked to the front door, and pulled it open. "You can stay here tonight," I said quietly. "But in the morning I want you gone." She didn't speak. Her breathing was heavy and uneven, as if her lungs refused to fill. Finally she whispered, "I can explain." But the words cracked like glass under the weight of her guilt. It meant nothing. It was a mistake. I let out a single, bitter laugh. "You don't accidentally lie for months," I said. "You don't wind up in hotel rooms by mistake. That wasn't some moment of weakness. Anna, it was a choice. Over and over again. You made that choice." She tried to reach for my hand, eyes pleading, "Please don't do this. We can fix it. I'll end it with him. We can go to therapy. I'll do anything." I stepped back, out of reach. "You ended this when you chose him. I stayed. I trusted. I loved you. And you shattered that without even blinking." That was when the sobs came, raw and messy, echoing off the walls like a dying confession. But I didn't comfort her. I walked out the front door and stayed at a friend's place that night. I didn't look back. When I returned the next morning, She was gone. Her side of the closet was empty, her drawers bare. All that remained was the ring box, still open on the table. Inside it, the two broken halves of vows she'd broken with her own hands. Next to it, a note written in shaking pen strokes. I'm sorry, but sorry doesn't sew up betrayal. Sorry doesn't erase the night she chose someone else while I waited at home, believing her lies. In the weeks that followed, I filed for divorce. She tried to reach out, calls, emails, even showing up where I worked, but I ignored every attempt. She'd already said everything she needed to in that video. In those months of deception, I gave her my whole heart, and she crushed it. Sometimes, I still think about the moment she opened that box and saw the broken ring inside. That stunned silence before the tears. That moment was everything. The death of a lie, the birth of truth, and in that unbearable quiet, I found my freedom.